Okay, quick preview of what's going on tomorrow. Got Mike Finnegan's Daytona over here. Got Eddie still setting up. Here's all the Auto Metal Direct booth area. They're going to be working on that Dodge Challenger, doing floor pans in it. You got stickers, you got Mopar stuff all over, you have Eastwood stuff. There's Kevin over there getting set up, as well as Jason and everyone. You got the builders panel. And then over here you got all of these Mopars. There's my Super Bee. Got a row of Dodge Chargers over here, a bunch of other influencers. And tomorrow's going to be busy. Oh yeah, and if you come out and vote for my car. It's number 4. Get to see the brand new Forge Line wheels, the new suspension from SpeedTech and QA1. So look forward to seeing everybody out here tomorrow.
Hey guys, Kevin Shaw here, Editor-in-Chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. We're just now able to begin digging through the nearly an hour's worth of footage taken from the Goodguys Rod Custom Show that took place earlier this month in Columbus, Ohio. For those who know, the Columbus show just so happened to take place the exact same weekend as the Chrysler Nationals in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So you might be wondering, what the heck were we doing at Goodguys when Carlisle was going on, right? Well, you wouldn't be wrong. What were we thinking? Well, thankfully, we had our tech editor, Chris Hawley, walking the grounds of Carlisle and was able to get some of that awesome coverage up for the magazine, which we've already published over at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com. If you haven't seen it already, why don't you pop on over to the magazine and see it there. Chris captured a whole lot of awesome pictures that we were able to put in a slideshow that you can enjoy, as well as a full recap. The other reason we were at Goodguys was because our friends over at Auto Metal Direct, you know, AMD, really wanted us to be there for their Mopar takeover. What they took over was the indoor Bricker building. For those who've been to the Columbus Fairgrounds, the Bricker building is one of, if not the only, air-conditioned building on the grounds, which was really nice, particularly as the temperatures began to climb. We set up our little booth, put out some t-shirts and stickers, and parked the Project Brazen 69 Charger out for folks to check it out. Of course, we were nestled between some insanely expensive custom Chargers, but we got plenty of attention for being one of the few cars there that was actually driven on the regular. These big dollar builds are mainly just showpieces that live in hermetically sealed garages and enclosed trailers, not the kind of stuff that we over at Mopar Connection Magazine like to build. Anyways, we pretty much manned the booth the whole weekend, so we handed the camera off to regular contributor and team member David Kruk, you know, the guy with that crazy 70 Super Bee that always goes autocrossing, and he was able to find us some awesome footage of the best Mopars on the site, as well as some of the best Mopar powered cars. And trust me, you're going to see that there's a difference between the two. brought out a veritable who's who of celebrities for the weekend, including Kevin Tetz of Paintucation and Lou Santiago from Powerblock TV and so many other shows. They were engaged in demonstrating how to properly set up and weld in new AMD panels on this Challenger. They were literally throwing sparks all weekend. It was pretty cool to see them in action.
The panel fits all the way down and there's been very little tweaking to do on it. So now, with a new quarter, now the door becomes my fixed point of reference. My doors, since I knew it would fit the quarter panel, that's now what I measure my quarter gap.
Check it out, Auto Metal Direct booth. They have the floor cut out of this Challenger. Kevin and them were doing a little tutorial about fitting doors and quarter panels earlier. They got the Eastwood welder out. I'm assuming it looks like they're getting ready to put the floor back in, if not already in there. right, check out this 71 Plymouth Roadrunner. 446 barrel. This car has a 4-speed air grabber. There's the owner information. Black car, black interior. Way cool car. Look at that pistol grip. Turned south fast, so it's raining. Yep. And it is pouring. Everyone's running home.
Guys, for Mopar Connection Magazine's 10th anniversary, we're dialing up the Wayback Machine with our retro ringer Mopar Connection 10th anniversary Mopar Connection shirt. This is a faithful recreation of the Direct Connection catalog t-shirt. We've recreated it for Mopar Connection Magazine's 10th anniversary. Your favorite digital online Mopar enthusiast magazine is 10 years old. We also got a huge restock of our most popular t-shirt, the What Does Mopar Mean to You? This has all the really fun definitions of Mopar as an acronym. This has been one of our best-selling t-shirts over the last few years, and we got a massive restock of this. So come over to moparconnectionmagazine.com/shop and check out our anniversary ringer shirt. And with every t-shirt, you're going to get 2 free stickers.
Hey everybody, David here with Mopar Connection Magazine. I stole Kevin's camera and we're gonna try this again. Yesterday we tried walking around the facility and it rained on us, so the weather's better today on the last day. Let's walk around and check out some cars. Check out the Charger. This was in the Street Machine competition. Completely custom car. Okay, we're walking into the Summit booth. This top fuel engine. With the 68 Satellite.
So they started in 53, they converted Black Hawk and then in 57 they go out of Park Trotter on them, right? For 10 years. They had the George Barris Batmobile in 67. Late 60s, the Love Park guys were on, right? When they started, they were all done. They're all
Check out this rat rod.
right. Yep. So this is all last time. Basically, so hit it behind his house where it died.
All right, here we are at the Gearstar booth.
I didn't know it was his first painting class. I had no idea. If anybody can come here and tell us
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah. I'll be very impressed. Go on, give us a quick. Oh, man, the best evening ever. Went back home, took a shower, and went to sleep at 8.
Hi, this is Ryan with Gearstar Performance Transmissions. I'm standing in front of House of Mouse's Mopala. It is a 71 Chevy Impala that actually has a Hellcat swap in it. Paul from House of Mouse reached out to us. He did a transmission that was going to be set up for Autocross, so we actually worked with him to do a modified case 4L80 with a Gen 3 Hemi bell housing. So the transmission is very similar to the one that's on the crate over here that we can go take a look at, but it's got stock Hellcat, QA1 suspension, and he autocrosses the car, takes it to a hot rod power tour, drag week, everything like that. But definitely a driver and something that anybody that's looking for any type of cruiser or high performance transmission reaches out to us and we can help them with. Transmission is we take a factory 4L80 case, we machine the bell housing off, and we have a custom billet adapter. We have a Reed SFI bell housing that can adapt to Gen 3 Hemis, big blocks, small blocks, New Pontiac, Chevrolet, it doesn't matter, but it gives us the adaptability. And then we build a custom billet Yank performance converter. We have a SFI approved flex plate that'll go from Gen 3 Hemi to the Chevrolet bell housing. It's something that's tried and true. It provides great durability, high horsepower. It'll work with like Holley Terminator X-Max. Really plug and play for a lot of these applications, and it's a lot smaller than the 8-speeds. You don't have to worry about modifying the tunnel. A lot of aftermarket floor shifters work with it just fine. It's lighter than the 8HP 70s and 90s as well. But definitely a great choice for autocross and just swap enthusiasts.
Go. Check out this wagon. 69 Hellcat powered. Beautiful blue, 4-speed. Oh, it's probably a 6-speed. Hold on, let me correct that. Manual. I just saw the stick and just assumed. Bad of me. It is a 6-speed. So, looks like Dakota Digital Dash. This is an awesome ride. We almost missed this one. It was hidden in one of the booths in the back. The wagon has a 6-speed with a Hellcat. Okay, we are at the Detroit Speed. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this information, QA1 purchased Detroit Speed and Speed Tech, so they're all one company working together. Now, they don't have any Mopar stuff out here yet, but stay tuned. How's it going? Check out the Roadrunner. I see a Hemi in it. Has a really pretty, I think there's pearl in this orange. Really awesome looking car. 69. What wheels do we have? A lot of bench seat cars here. Let's check out that Hemi. Awesome car. Now this company you've seen at Mopar a couple times. They have also been autocrossing that car specifically, but there's another car with their chassis. They're making a frame for these cars. Car, really clean car. You'll probably see this one at Holley Mo Party as well, doing the autocross. See if we can get an idea of what their suspension looks like. right here is Speed Tech Performance. They have their extreme sub-assembly or frame. I'm sorry. There's the front extreme setup. This is the same setup that is on my Super B. Got a really nice thing going here. They got their new chassis available and everything. Hit up Speed Tech. Here's the torque arm system. Closer look at it. This is the front extreme setup. This is pretty much exactly like what's in the Super B. Stay tuned for those articles. Ken Kelly's AAR CUDA. There you go. Okay, check out these Mopars. Go for it.
So, Joe Hicks from London, Ohio, which is about 40 miles away from here. That's a 1967 Plymouth Belvedere, 318, torque-like transmission. Basically, the trainee's all stock. She's a great highway driver, and anything else you want to know about it?
Okay, so we're going to quickly walk the paddock, or I should say grid actually, for all the cars doing the Autocross here at Goodguys. Really nice Dodge Charger, forged line wheels. Got another Mopar here. And we will make it down the aisle. Mopar Superbird, another 68 Coronet RT, a Dodge Charger. It's like a Duster, Coronet, Roadrunners down there. Awesome. Check out this 68 Super B. It is so clean, beautiful restoration. Here's some pictures from underneath the car. Oh, this is an amazing car. So clean, everything inside and out, underneath. Beautiful car. 68B.
going to be there. We're going to have Shorty from Iron Resurrection. Also, Kevin Depp from Paint Shoecation. We'll have Lou Santiago. He'll be in the house. Stop up by the Bricker Building.
And that pretty much wraps it up. We saw a whole mess of awesome customs and restorations, be them Mopar or otherwise. Goodguys is a little bit of a different vibe from the usual Mopar events, probably because they seem to bring out the big dollar guys. But they also focus on the high-end builder, where events like Carlisle or Moparty seem to focus on restoration and top-tier performance, respectively. As we started to wrap things up on Sunday, a few guys in the AMD booth decided to hold a couple rounds of big wheel racing. David seemed to get the jump on most everyone, which kind of makes sense. He and Lizzie, his wife, are triathletes and share a pretty deep competitive streak. I half expected David to put somebody into the cones. Big thanks to Dave for grabbing the camera and taking so much footage for us. Make sure to check out his racing antics on every social media channel. He's pretty much everywhere. And if you like this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. It'll really help us grow the channel. And if you want more awesome Mopar content, why not visit us over at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com, where new articles are written and published every single day, Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you. We'll see you there.